and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Middle-earth Gaming, and we're here today because this is definitely the first. I guess it will be like the second because the channel announcement was kind of the first. This will be the first in a new series, of the first series of this channel actually. Will be about my little project that I'll be doing over the next, well, I'm guessing a couple of years right now. Will be about the Hobbit Battle Games in Middle-earth series that I'm going to be doing on the channel. Now, if you guys have been on the Great British Hobbit League or the Australian Hobbit League as well, I have put up a picture. You guys have probably seen it in the last video as well. I'll put up a picture of it now, of my main, the main title, the front page of the first issue, pretty much. So that is that's my plan for the next couple of years, is to do that. Now, the couple of reasons why I'm doing this is, one, as I told you in the last episode, that I just recently got back into the hobby, and I remember first getting into the hobby when I was very young, and starting with Battle Games in Middle-earth, and that's what I really started with. That's what got me into the hobby. That's what got me into modeling in general. I did start with Middle-earth, with Lord of the Rings, and it's just a really great way to start, you know. Now, of course, you know, you gotta love them. Like, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, they are great magazines. Now, to be fair, they're not the greatest at the start. Like, their painting guides are very rudimentary. They're very for beginners, basically, because that's what they are for. That's what they were for. They were for beginners. Like, that was your first model, black, green, and silver. That's what it was, essentially. You know, and definitely developed further on. And I've got, here we go, issue 90 now. So this is very, very close to the end. You know, where you got Farmer Maggot, I'm pretty sure, in this issue. And look at that. By issue 90, your painting has evolved so much that it looks like, you know, it could be entered into tournaments, with a little bit more touch up. And the same with the terrain, same with the battle reports. The battle reports at the start were very rudimentary. They were very, simple, because that's what you were. You were just starting out, and as the issues progressed, you got better and better. And the magazine would think that you were getting better and better as well. So that's what I'm planning on doing with this as well. Again, it is just for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm not doing it for anyone other than me, really. So and I'm doing this video really is to let you guys know what my plan is for this, as well as some other things I might be doing on the channel soon as well. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But let's get straight into it, guys. So, of course, Lord of the Rings Battle Games in Middle-earth is probably, I don't know, we all know it's where a lot of us started with the hobby, essentially. It gave us a booklet which told us about the history of Middle-earth. So this is the first one. So it went through Middle-earth, all the main heroes essentially. Went on to explain some of the heroes as well. And obviously it showed you how to play the game as well. Getting started. Of course, this is just the first issue. Then I got you play your first game, Goblin Ambush. Like I said, it was very very simple at the time. And then it also went through preparing your first models, painting your first models as well, and then obviously building your first battlefield. Which back then was like just green static grass, like a green mat, and some rocks that you found outside. That's what it was back then. None of these plastic terrain sets that Games Workshop or Warhammer now I guess it's called sells and expects you to buy to fill up your battlefield. None of that. It was like literally go outside, get some sticks, get some rocks, and put them on your table. That was how they did it back then. That was the basics. The basis of Battle Games in Middle-earth is that you learn some history about Middle-earth, you learn about the heroes, you got to learn how to play the game issue by issue, and then got to play the game, got to paint your models that came in the issue, and then you also got to make some terrain as well, which is great. The terrain tutorials in here are amazing. Like, we get to eventually make the Black Gate, make Minas Tirith, all that cool stuff, make Mount Doom even. Like that issue is amazing. But that is essentially what I want to do with the Hobbit Battle Games in Middle-earth. That's essentially what I want to do, as if when the Hobbit came out, this is what would have been like if we got this kind of treatment for the Hobbit era, essentially. So that's my plan for this anyway. So yes, I'm planning on doing very rudimentary to start off with, because I'm basically teaching myself how to play the game again. I have gone out of the system for, like I said, a couple of years now. So my plan is to teach myself, and while I do that, obviously I'm going to make mistakes. Obviously this will not be perfect. This wasn't perfect in general as well. And then obviously I got to teach myself how to make terrain again, how to paint. So this is all a guide for me as well. And like I said, if you guys want eventually when I complete the first issue, when I do a couple of issues, if you guys want this, let me know. Again, like I said, for every issue that I do, I will be doing like a production vlog of how I go through it. I'm actually going to be starting that in the next couple of days even, of like, what I've just started off doing. I've just starting ordering the models, starting to make the terrain, do the all the first layouts of the magazine even. So that's that's my plan is even. I have shown you guys the first would you say cover art with the cover photo of the first magazine. That is not finished yet. I think that I could make that a lot better, definitely. I think having Bilbo, because they all seem a bit too far apart even, so I think maybe having Thorin a bit bigger, or Bilbo a bit bigger, or even a bit smaller, because he's a Hobbit obviously. It's not all set in stone essentially. It's going to take me a while. Like I said in the last video, it's going to take me a while. I think each issue I could get maybe done in 2 months. A month might be pushing, because I do work full time. I've got my other channel as well, which is over 5,000 subscribers. So I'm working on that channel as well. This is my hobby channel. This is my hobby. This is something that I do on the side for fun. And this is going to be a big commitment. If I can get an issue out every 2 months, I'll be happy. So that's 6 issues a year. If I want to do 60 issues for this, that's going to take me 10 years. I'll be 35 in that sense when this is finished, which is crazy to think about. If I go to 90, that's like 15 years. So I don't know. Some issues might be quicker than others. Obviously, this first issue is going to take a lot longer because I'm, laying everything out, planning everything. Once I get more models, once all that, starts to set up, because I have to buy models for the future for this first issue, so I can get photos and that kind of stuff in, and have to go through painting tutorials through every single model that I paint, so I can put them in future issues as well as other terrain that I build for the first couple of issues that will be coming down later in future issues as well. So I'm going to go through all that. So these first couple of issues will probably take the longest, but once we start to build up speed, I'm thinking that I could maybe get them out once every month and a half maybe. But yeah, I'm really excited, guys, to do this. I've always been I've never been really big on match play games. I've been to tournaments obviously when I was really in the hobby before I got out of it. It was a lot of fun, but I've always loved story-based play, scenario play. So that is what this channel is going to be about essentially. We might do points match games, when all this virus and that calms down, we're allowed to go out and play games again. We definitely could see that on the channel. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. Do let me know. But scenario play is what I'm destined for this channel to be, because that is what I love. I love story-driven scenarios, story-driven stories as well. That doesn't really make sense, story-driven stories, but that is what I want this channel to be essentially. Now, of course, like I said, I love The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings as well, but I'm just in love with the Hobbit models really, and the Hobbit story as well. I think it's a really great story. I love dwarves in general, so I really love the dwarves, and I love Bilbo as a character as well. So this is not a part of Battle Games in Middle Earth. What I'm doing, this is going to be another portion of the channel, is that I'm going to be doing the entire Hobbit campaign on the channel as well. So this is all from There and Back Again. If I had the book here, which it's over there somewhere, but I will be doing all the scenarios from There and Back Again and Unexpected Journey as well. Of course, with the other scenarios that have come through White Dwarf, and with the armies of the Hobbit essentially as well. So we could end up doing that massive battle of 5 armies battle at the end that is in the armies of the Hobbit, and the Battle of Dale. Those 2 big scenarios at the end could be the climax of that series. So and then after we do the Hobbit and all that, we might go into Lord of the Rings and all that. I do want to do this. I know like I said in the last video, Loki from Zorpazorp, GBHL, Steve and Damien are doing this as well. That they're doing the painting side of it. Lockie's doing all of it. I essentially want to do that as well. It's going to take me a while to get the models as well, because I do love Lord of the Rings models, guys. Obviously that's where I started with. It's always going to hold a special place in my heart with this as well. So I essentially want to get the models that came with every issue. I already have the first 2. I already have 12 Moray Goblins, and we got the other one here, the 12 the Last Alliance Sprue as well. I've got them for both of these issues. So my plan is to go through them, go through all the issues, get the models that came with them, and I don't know if I'll do it all in one stream, but paint them, do the terrain, because I love making terrain. When I first, making terrain was my big part of the hobby, essentially. If any of you guys remember, I have been out of the hobby for so long, but if you guys remember me posting up on the different Facebook groups, I was making Dale, I was making Door, I was making Erebor. I have an Erebor display board from my old army that I don't even have the army anymore, but I still have the display board of what I took to my last ever tournament. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comment section below. It's like a whole Erebor. It's like the charge of Durin's at the Battle of the Five Armies, where Thorin charges out into the battle. That's essentially what it was. So I feel like the Gate of Erebor and all that. So if you guys would like to see that, but I could do that in a separate video. Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I essentially want to go through all these magazines, so I could do like, one video of, painting them, one video of doing the terrain, one video of doing the game essentially, or I could do it on stream as well. So yeah, that's my plan for the channel, guys. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said, it's obviously we're a small channel. We've literally just started. This is our second video, but I'm hoping with I know there's a lot of Middle-earth supporters out there. So if you guys think this is going to be cool, do get the support around. That would be very, very much appreciated. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there, guys. But yeah, that's my plan for the channel, guys. I've already started getting some more models for the campaign. So I've already started to get models that are already previously owned. Like I pretty much own nothing at the moment. I own an Escape from Goblin Town set. I owned these 3 trolls. I do have a Games Workshop order that is very close to be here. I think it's going to be coming in tomorrow, where I get some Hunter Orcs. I got Yazneg as well on the way, so that's to do the first couple of scenarios in the Hobbit campaign. So I'll have stuff ready for the chase, the trolls as well. And yeah, who knows, I'm already starting to get some stuff for the next few issues of my Battle Games of Middle-earth, the Hobbit Battle Games of Middle-earth. Essentially, because the first issue will be doing 18 Goblin Town Warriors, and the second issue will contain dwarves, and that's all I'm going to say, guys. So yeah, a lot of things on the way, planning. It's going to be a lot of planning, a lot of painting, a lot of terrain making, but I'm going to cover it all on this channel, guys, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. If you guys think you're going to enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you guys do. Again, thank you so very much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, happy gaming.